early on, it was the idea was you wanted to keep the memory of 1989 alive because of some kind of hope for a democratization of the mainland. But over time, the right to talk about it itself became as important as anything else. The fact that you could talk about those events were one way of symbolizing your discontent with the direction that the mainland was going, and also a way of staking a claim to difference. And in Hong Kong, the idea that there was one country, but there were two systems.
What does it say about the meaning of national security in Hong Kong that even this institution that most young people and localists consider outdated and no longer relevant is and now being targeted under the auspices of national security?
There was a time in the 2010s when there were important divisions among Hong Kong activists about what kinds of tactics should be used, how militant the tactics should be. But now what we've seen in the last year and a half is those divisions no longer seem all that significant anymore, when even the most moderate kinds of figures are being seen by Beijing as being too radical, that anything is too radical. One of the main demands of the protesters of 1989 was that they be acknowledged as patriots. In Tiananmen Square, most people were calling for simply a better version of Communist Party rule. And even that was seen as asking too much. So now, in a way, you can see, in this case in Hong Kong, that it's not just that you have to be a patriot, it's not just that you have to express love for the country, is that you have to do it in a very particular way. That's something that is showing that in Hong Kong, increasingly, there's no space left for public expressions of forceful different opinions, even of a moderate and reformist sort. There's a full frontal attack going on civil society, and the two systems part of the one country, two systems framework has been just destroyed.